Welcome back to the Hillbilly RV channel. Today we're back out here on this Girard water heater. This is the one that we changed the copper box on in a video recently. I'll put a link to that video right up here. I never know which side it's on, but anyhow, I'll put a link to that video up here. And yeah, when Girard sent me the what they call the copper box. Actually, I think officially it's called something else, but that's what they call it, copper box. They should have sent me new O-rings. There's 4 O-rings in there. Two little bitty O-rings on some sensors, 2 bigger O-rings on the end of a pipe. It's actually the pipe where the flow sensor's at. There's an O-ring on both sides of that, and they should have sent me those new O-rings because we ended up with a water leak, and so we're gonna get this water heater out here today. Still take the case off, and but that's all we have to do, I believe, is just take the case off, and then we can replace those O-rings, and hopefully that's gonna get all of our water leaks stopped. So I'm just gonna set you guys up here on the tripod. I'm gonna get the water heater out. Once we get it on the tailgate here, then we'll be back with the video. Well, we got it exposed where we can see what's going on. Turned the water pump on, fired the water heater up. I don't see any leaks, but I'm changing them O-rings anyway. So I gotta finish getting that water heater out there and then get on the tailgate, and I'll show you changing the O-rings. Why in the world Girard doesn't send those O-rings when they sell somebody a new copper box or heat exchanger? That's the official, but they called it a copper box. But why on earth they don't just go ahead and send you new O-rings when they sell you a heat exchanger? It's one of those mysterious mysteries that goes on in our world today. I don't know. There's just no customer service, seems like. I don't know. Yeah, that's the end of that rant. Let's get this thing out and get it on tailgate. Be right back. Water heater sitting on the tailgate. I do not know why it wouldn't leak today, but I have to believe the customer. Like I say, I've already ordered the O-rings. Girard sent them to me. Whopping like $5 worth of O-rings. That's why I don't understand why they wouldn't just include them. You know, when you order a heat exchanger, that makes absolutely no sense. Pay $175 for the heat exchanger. You know, what's another $5 for O-ring? Been worth it to me not to have come back out here. I know that. Oh, okay. So I got these 2 screws out to hold this pipe. We'll have to take this loose right here. This pipe here is where that's your flow sensor right there. Let's get that flow sensor off there. And then we can get this pipe off right here, and that exposes all of our O-rings there. And this is a flat washer that goes on that fitting, which they thought to send me this time also. So let's go ahead and get this back together. Choose the appropriate. So they gave us 2 square O-ring rubber washer thingies. Yep, that's going to be the correct size there. So let's set that one aside. Then we've got an O-ring right here. There's our O-ring. Set it over here with the old stuff that we're taking out. Yeah, I really don't understand why they wouldn't send this stuff with the heat exchanger. Just boggles my mind, man. These big O-rings, they looked okay to me when I was changing them. Now one of these O-rings on this on one of these little sensors, now it did not look good at all. So I expect that's probably where our leak was at. Okay. Show you how we're just getting that. There's the O-ring groove right here. So just roll that new O-ring on there. Good to go. All right. The comment section can go wild now. I'm using petroleum jelly to lube those O-rings a little bit so that they don't get gimped up when we slide them together. You really ought to put some kind of lubrication. But people lose their minds when they see me put petroleum jelly on those, because it's you know, it's petroleum based and it'll destroy those O-rings. But you know what, folks? O-rings are used in a lot of places where there's oil, such as automobiles, heavy equipment, things like that, where there's always oil present. So I don't buy into the whole petroleum jelly thing is going to destroy these O-rings. I'm not going to buy into it, because I have seen too many places where that's O-ring's job, is to keep oil somewhere, keep it out of somewhere. Transmissions, an automatic transmission. How many O-rings are in an automatic transmission? Hundreds, perhaps? Probably. Well, at least dozens. They're in oil constantly inside of an automatic transmission. So y'all say what you want. I'm going to continue to lube O-rings with Vaseline, and y'all lube it with whatever you want to lube it with, and we'll all be happy. What do you think? Can we all get along? I think we can. I hope we can. Alrighty, now, like I say, one of these little sensors right here, I know that O-ring looked really, really bad. So I would expect that is where our leak was at. Whew, man, my tools got wet last time I was over here. Everything's rusted and crusted. Pliers won't hardly even open. My needle nose pliers. There's that little O-ring. I don't even think it has a receiver groove. I think it just kind of pushes up against the collar, maybe. So I can even get the old one off. Huh. It's almost like it was glued on there. I think it was glued on there originally. That's awesome. Well, here it comes. It just completely fell apart. Yeah, I knew that O-ring was rough. So we have brand new ones here. Little bitty boogers too. Let's please don't drop those. Put just a smidge of lube on that. I got one back up. All right, one more here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, right here, looking right at us. I think these are the temperature sensors for the automatic freeze control that this water heater has. You know, this is something that was not on the originals, you know, when these things first come out. Now, I don't know about Girard for sure, but some of the others I know, they had no freeze protection. That was one of the things that I did not like about these water heaters, is there's no way, no easy way to keep them from freezing in the wintertime. Now this one here, it actually, one of these sensors will sense when the water in these pipes gets too cold. I believe it's like high 30s. It will fire this water heater, and once the water in the pipes gets to, I think 60, 65 degrees, let's say, it shuts the burner off. So it will, in cold situations where you're not running any hot water, because that's the only time this thing heats is when you run hot water in the coach, it'll be firing, you know, periodically as the water temperature cools down to keep things from freezing. In the beginning, when these things first started coming out in the RVs, some of the other brands, like I said, I didn't have a lot of experience with Girard, but I know some of the other brands, that was an additional package that you had to buy to put on the water heaters, and they didn't work very well. Yeah, that's gonna be it on this video. We're going to reinstall this and test it thoroughly before we leave here today. And I would not anticipate having any issues, because we didn't have issues before we took it out. Couldn't see any leaks. Now, it's not saying it didn't leak, but it wasn't when I was here. But we replaced O-rings. That's all I can do. All you could do, go down to that comment section, leave me a comment, criticism, concern. Check out all the links down there. There's all kinds of stuff going on. Don't forget, patrons, for just a few dollars a month, you could be watching my videos before anybody else sees them, typically 12 to 24 hours before anybody else sees them. And you can see them without commercials. So go check that out. I'm going to go up the road and fix another one after I reinstall this and test it. Y'all have a fantastic day.